Yeah, you know, but at the same time, like, I don't believe in gay, straight, or indifferent. I believe that we're just souls driving around in our car. So at the same time, I'm like, you know, so like who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
And I apologize, I'm not supposed to use four-letter words. But I mean, I really can't say it any other way. Like really, who cares? Like really, you can look and be in whatever you want to be.
In New
Well, that's what
York.
I, you know, like.
Right.
I don't
In New
think you
York.
could do that in Indiana.
You
right
can
now.
in Los Angeles though, like.
But I
just
think
don't-
this goes back to also the idea of reality
Yeah,
television,
Los
and that we assume that we're over fluffy reality television, or we're over, you know, the pop culture of reality television, and it's become more about like what's real and what's forward. But I think it's really about what's weird and what's strange. And I think for a lot of us, we're engaged or familiar with an urban or kind of a metropolitan kind of lifestyle. But for those in the Midwest, I don't know if it's really actually the norm. I don't know if like watching a television show about a woman who donates her eggs to be something that's like common, or to be something that's not going to shock you. And I think it goes back, I mean, I don't think we're evolved away from where we were 20, 30, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, 100 years ago, when we go to see minstrel shows about, you know, people who are other, or freak shows and circuses and stuff like that. It's again, it's a spectacle.
Well, again, I think you're bringing up a great point, that I think that just like the rags, like the National Enquirer, that this type of programming is meant to appeal to the lowest common denominator, and it's
Which
unfortunate.
seems to be
And
taking on more people all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But maybe it's doing some kind of service, because it's still like, even the Bruce Jenner thing, at least it's bringing light to something that's really heavy for a lot of people that deal with it, and so it's making it an open conversation.
Well, I
If
think,
you're saying,
I think that
way-
Bruce Jenner spun straw to
Yes, exactly,
not
exactly.
gold, but maybe like, you
It
know,
has
It
like
was a
metal.
metal.
Rumpelstiltskin
I think
kind of
what-
thing.
Yeah.
I feel like, because there are, and I have friends that are transgender or trying to transition
Yeah.
or whatever, and it's an emotionally like it's just
Well, I think
emotionally
he
struggling.
addressed, well, also being
And I
in
don't-
sports, I think he did some marvelous things with
Of
something
course.
that could have been,
Of
I think he
course.
was very brave in many ways.
In many aspects, yes,
Yeah.
also, but I think that the exploitation of a certain kind of struggle for some people is very quiet, reserved, and closed off, and it's not publicized. But then again, here he is publicizing it in a very specific manner to him that now is going to be exploded to a general understanding for those who are laymen on the topic of transgender or transition or orientation, and they're going to see Bruce Jenner as the iconic
Right,
one
there's
to
no
move
one famous
forward.
who's
And
done this before him. There's
and
no
it's
one of
not
such
that.
fame that's
Yeah.
gone
Well,
through
there
that.
was,
There's no
who was a
example.
tennis player in the 70s?
Renee Richards.
Yes, yeah, so that was,
But I think that I'm not sure about
And Christine
27, I don't know.
Jorgensen. if
so
anyone-
there was like 3
Well,
or 4
Cher's
in the
son.
70s.
Chaz
um,
going out. Yeah, but I think
But
he's from
because he's-
such a famous,
yes.
like
Yeah.
his spawn, his children are so famous. His
In
family
the
is
reality
so
world.
famous.
In the reality
The world,
though,
absolutely.
You know what I
the
mean?
world.
But
Yeah,
at the
no,
same
beyond
time,
the reality world. The Kardashians
are-
are the most famous people on planet Earth.
But it's so
Yes.
Kanye was on
I'm not saying
Time
it's right, but it's
magazine.
fact.
As the man of the year.
Right.
100 most influential man is Kanye West.
His wife is Kim Kardashian, and her stepfather is Bruce Jenner. So
The
for
event
someone
just
on,
happened on Wednesday.
No.
for someone with such a
The
platform to
savvy
do this in
event.
such a public way is so important. So I think to compare maybe Bruce Jenner's journey, which I think is crucial and necessary for the development of our culture, to something like a model being cast to give her eggs based on her looks, it's like this is just the next level, like beyond, like when after this they're gonna start doing the same with male models and their sperm,
But
and then after that
I think what, I see where the conversation has now gone into reality TV. I think the part that I found offensive, maybe we're missing the boat on. I think that you used the word that and I was impressed because you got it right away. Or maybe actually you did. I think one of you did. Transparency.
Yeah.
That we're being preached at on a regular basis. It's a it word right now that our, you know, our government